Let's hope this works. I'm sorry for everyone who's watching. You have to experience the tech issues with me, unfortunately, today. Let me just check. Okay, finally it's working. It seems to be working now. Let's see. Let's see. Chalo. Thank God. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Vivan. I appreciate it. Thanks for thanks for having a very good eye. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about Nifty. So Nifty में हम लोग देख सकते हैं this is around 2% down. This was around 2% down back on 16th September. उसके पहले हम लोग देख सकते हैं there weren't really a lot of big red candles. We can see a couple of them here, but that was a long time back. So basically what we are seeing right here is कि markets में थोड़ा सा weakness आ रहा है clearly. In fact, just yesterday we were talking about how there appears to be some sort of a weakening of a structure. So if you have watched any of my older videos, what we have been talking about is this कि अगर ये वाला लेवल तोड़ता है, not exactly that one, somewhere around here, 17,200 basically, then there is a chance that structure ही थोड़ा सा weak हो जाए and maybe we see lower levels being retested. Now, why is this happening? See, ultimately demand supply and all is going to be there. But when we talk about markets that are, when we talk about markets that are moving intraday may not always do we see fundamental factors, sort of coming in together. यहाँ पे obviously it is partially the sentiments that are at play, and at least as of now the sentiments are not very bullish. Fundamentally speaking, मैंने कहा है आपको, if interest rates are going up, okay, which is what is happening with the FOMC meeting and all of those things, then we are likely to see equities going down, commodities going down, and we will see the currency going up. So agar aap dekhte ho, if US increased the rates, then the equities have fallen, right? You might have seen that Dow was down. You can see here, this is Dow, this is Nasdaq, this is S&P. So you can see they are all down. If you look at gold prices, you will see that gold is the lowest that it's been in a while. Gold is down. And if you look at dollar is up by a lot. In fact, आज ही I believe 81 या 81.5 या कुछ तोड़ा है USD INR ने. So this is how it basically works. And I have a video on my YouTube channel. That talks about this in a little more detail. यहाँ पे if you go to videos, watch this video. That is there. This one. Impact of interest rate hikes on shares. This is the one that I released after Jackson Hole. उसमें आपको थोड़ा सा और पता चल जाएगा. But basically, this is what is happening, and this is why globally we are seeing the markets being a little weak. In fact, if I show you the global markets on money control, आप यहाँ पर भी देख पाओगे कि there is a fair bit of bearish sentiment, and this is probably the reason why it is happening. See, in terms of technicals, if we see, हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि a lot of the key stocks like HDFC Bank, Reliance, ICICI Bank, Bajaj Finance Twins, HDFC, they are all negative. And if we look at the gainers are not that heavyweight. तो उसमें क्या होता है, naturally the index gets pulled a little lower. So that is what we are seeing with Nifty right now. अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं trend for the coming week or so, I would say कि it is very important for Nifty to hold roughly this level, which is 17,200. If Nifty holds 17,200, then I feel there is a very good chance we see 17,800 being retested next week. अगर 17,200 तोड़ता है, then I feel there is a chance we can come down till 16,500 also. Obviously, I'm not trying to fear monger or anything. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा कि यही होगा वही होगा. I'm just saying the likely scenario appears to be this, and maybe अगर 16,500 तक नहीं आता, certainly somewhere around here, maybe 16,700 तक तो आने का chance है, because here there is a gap and here there is also an important resistance. So this is how I would look at Nifty, at least as of now. अगर बात करते हैं Bank Nifty की, then again on the daily chart it's actually worse. Of there is a bee inside the room now. So much for a professional streaming setup, right? There are bees and all inside the room. I hope it doesn't sting me. Anyway, यहाँ पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं बैंक निफ्टी में it is actually basically it's come down till here. Practically, you can see this 40k level had acted as a resistance earlier. अब फिर से वो actually उसने तोड़ दिया, and we can see it has closed not just below 40,000, but it has also closed below 39,600. And 39,600, if you recall, is a level that we spoke about. That B is going nuts. If you just excuse me for a second, I will have to open the curtains for the B so that the B can. I hope it doesn't sting. A little terrified of bees. A little terrified of bees. Wow. First technical problems, now nature problems. Looks like this is going to be this is going to be an entertaining live stream. Anyway, back to the topic. 39,600 has also been broken, which is not really a very pleasant sign. हम लोग देख सकते हैं. So let's see how things go for Bank Nifty. Clearly, it's the weaker one, but the thing is, the faster you go up, the harder you can fall. Bank Nifty went up very fast. Nifty, thoda sa Nifty was going at, let's say, 40 kilometers per hour. Bank Nifty was going at 80 kilometers per hour. So naturally, when time came to press the brake pedal, Bank Nifty had to press it a little harder, and the passengers were thrown back a little further. Because if you brake at 120 going full speed and you slam the brakes, then you will be thrown. The G forces will be nuts. But if you're going at 40, it won't be that bad. So I feel it is somewhat like that which is happening now. If we talk about the hourly chart, then we can see it is again in the same cluster, similar to what we saw with Nifty. So perhaps on a relative basis, they are all more similarly placed than we think they are. So I would say these levels would be very important for Bank Nifty, somewhat like this. So if it's able to hold on to this level come Monday, then maybe we see around 40,900 in the coming week, maybe closer to 41,700. If this level breaks, then perhaps 38k is where we might be headed. Still a little terrified of the B, not going to lie. But we power through. So this is my view on the indices. This is typically how the daily market analysis goes, just a little shorter these days. So what are your views on the indices? Very curious to hear. What are your views? What is your view? I want to know what your view is. Any traffic on YouTube? Okay, we have 3 people watching, which is good. 3 people who are watching, please do comment. 3 लोग में से एक तो मैं हूँ. So I'm not going to comment because I'm talking here. But please let me know what your views are as well. We have one question was key Tata Steel, RSI indicator, and IOC, Cisco Arista network stock. Naresh, maybe see stock specific live stream. Maybe we'll do some other time, or if we have the time today, we'll do. Otherwise, फिर ये stocks ढूंढने में ही काफी time चला जाता है. And see, my view is that when the market has fallen a considerable bit, when we are in such a reasonable zone, it is very important to be a little cautious with what you're buying. Because let's say agar ye girta hai, if we do see some sort of a fall like this, which is likely, anything is likely in the market, तो आप चाहे कोई भी स्टॉक ले लो, दुनिया का बेस्ट स्टॉक ले लो, the odds are against it. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा कि अच्छा नहीं करेगा. I'm just saying the odds are against it, right? So little cautious always. What are the best mid-cap stocks to invest in right now? I don't look at mid-caps that much, Vikram. So unfortunately, I won't be able to help you with that. Do you think there will be a correction in the dollar trending well above the average for the last 2 years? See, as of now, if you look at DXY, it is practically on a rampage. I don't think it is very likely, at least as of now. ठीक है, pullback का, if you say maybe we see a mean reversion up to 20, up to 50, fine, that's a pullback. But I'm not saying that अच्छा यहाँ पे maybe it might break the structure or something. It's been tremendously bullish. So pullback maybe till 110, sure. If it goes lower in the unlikely scenario, maybe till 108, but otherwise right now we're seeing US hiking rates fairly aggressively. So that that would be my view on dollar. And this is something that we discussed earlier also. I believe in one of the previous streams we had talked about, uh, we had spoken about this thing, क्या बोलते हैं, currencies, USD, INR. In fact, I have a video on that also. The video on that has our RBI chief. This is the one. USD INR crosses 78. Why it might not be something to worry about too much. So you can watch this video also if you want. वो video के अंदर I talk more about my views on the placement of USD INR at this stage. Is currency trading legal in India? Currency trading in India is A, legal, and B, a gray area. What do I mean by this? Legal hai if you're doing NSE derivatives. NSE has some derivatives in India itself which are legal, perfectly legal. You can find them on Zerodha and all also. Gray area kaun sa hai? Global forex brokers are a gray area because it involves, according to RBI, they are offshore brokers. So whenever you're sending money offshore for trading, RBI does not is not very pleased with that, which is why they say it is not legal. But many forex brokers, local forex brokers, what they do is that they have local partners. Rather, global forex brokers have local partners. So un local partners ke through, when it happens, it becomes a gray area because technically you're not sending it offshore. So that is the whole setting with these brokers that we see. Okay, so now let's do a quick view of trading view, since that is what was promised in the in the poster. So यहाँ पे trading view में I'll share my favorite trading view feature probably, and that is RS charts. RS charts में मेरा video भी है, so if you are curious about that, then you can check out the video also. But basically, if you want to see how Nifty has done, compared to Bank Nifty, you do Nifty divided by, where is Nifty, where is Bank Nifty, यहाँ पे अच्छा IT कर लेते हैं for easy sake. Nifty divided by IT sector किया and I press enter. I change this to a line chart. Line chart करके मैंने weekly किया. Now what do we see here? Right? Typically we are just seeing a chart going up, down, up, down. But what this is showing is कि how strong IT has been with respect to Nifty. So this phase यहाँ पे जो down था, that shows that IT was down compared to Nifty. So if Nifty was plus 100 points, IT ऊपर जा सकता है, but वो IT plus 70 points ऊपर जाता था. If Nifty was down 100 points, IT was down 120 points. That is how it was going. But now what we have seen, especially in 2022, is that this curve, right, this line has started going up again, which means IT outperforming Nifty. So if Nifty is going up by 100, IT goes up by 150. If Nifty is going down by 100, IT is going down by 80. This is what this means. So this is something called RS charts. This you can do very easily. Nifty by IT agar aise karte ho, then you might get the same result. You just have to do the line chart and not the candlestick chart, because line chart makes it a little easier to interpret. ये same चीज मैंने मेरे YouTube पे भी है if you want to check it out. But this is a very useful feature, I would say, of trading view. Apart from this, most of your trading view usage will be done either in the indicators tab or in these tabs. यहाँ पे typically what I use the most is fib retracement and trend based fib extension. Indicators में what I recommend you do is that if you have a free trading view version, then you are restricted to just 3 indicators. सिर्फ 3 इंडिकेटर्स यूज कर सकते हो अगर आपके पास फ्री ट्रेडिंग व्यू है तो, बट यू कैन फाइंड सच इंडिकेटर कॉम्बोज. you can find such indicator combos. So let us say you want to look at moving averages. So you go to community scripts and you search for moving averages, and you see यहाँ पे moving averages exponential into 4, which means एक indicator में you are getting 4 EMAs, which means that even though आपका सिर्फ एक indicator use हो रहा है, you are getting 4 in return. So this is another quick tip that is there. We have some questions coming in on YouTube. Apps does stuff is saying wise words. Oh, apps, I think I know who you are. Shashank is saying, asking, will Nifty go to 17,000? Or rather, will it break 17,000? We just spoke about it. It is likely. It is, we can't rule that out. 17,200 agar todta hai, which is basically this level here, then it is likely. I wouldn't rule that out. Do you think Nifty will rise in the coming days? It is. It's not possible to predict what will happen. See, I'll tell you something. The number one problem that most people try to sell you, the number one thing that most people will try to sell you in the market is कि they'll say कि तुम predict कर सकते हो कि क्या होगा. Predictions aren't possible. So even if I say I think ये होगा, I think वो होगा, inherently if you consider it is all just probabilities. So with that in mind, इसलिए मैं probabilistic view दे रहा हूं. मेरा probabilistic view है कि अगर ये hold करता है 17,200, then there is a probability that it goes to 17,800. If it breaks 17,200, there is a probability that it goes down closer towards either 16,650 or somewhere around here, which is 16,900 or so. So this is how probabilistic thinking can work. And the reason why I'm not telling you something yet is क्योंकि weekend है. वीकेंड पे बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. लॉट कैन हैपन ओवर अ वीकेंड, वेदर यू से न्यूज, वेदर यू से ग्लोबल मार्केट्स, वेदर यू से रशिया यूक्रेन getting escalated. So that is why it is not really worthwhile to consider whether it will go up or not, at least as of now. Monday देखते हैं क्या होता है. See, first another thing is that this is a very sudden move. ऐसे sudden moves जब होते हैं तभी हमें और थोड़ा सा कॉशियस रहना पड़ता है, बिकॉज वी मे सी अ पुल बैक. इनफैक्ट इवन इफ आज अगर आप देखते हो, टुडे व्हाट वी सॉ वाज दैट टुडे नहीं, बट yesterday what we saw was that there was a sudden gap down, prices went down, ऊपर आए. So you can say this was a bit of a pullback and they took resistance, which means कि if someone was looking at prices here, वो लोग को लगता है अरे prices नीचे गए हैं, but then they went up. So maybe someone said that array prices are going up, looks good, but that was just a pullback and they went down again. So always consider कि ऐसी सारी चीजें हो सकती है. Point being that even if Nifty goes up tomorrow, maybe it's a pullback. Don't be too fixated on that, would be my view. Okay, let's look at a couple of stocks. Tata Steel देख लेते हैं पहले. Tata Steel. Tata Steel appears to be forming this pattern here. See, you can see that it's a kind of a flag pattern. But flag pattern में क्या होता है typically, यहाँ पे हम लोग already breakout देख लेते हैं. This is a little extended. As of now, I would say Tata Steel very important as a stock because it's at the lower end of this region. And if it is able to catch momentum, तो ये अच्छा risk reward दे सकता है after this trade. So if this was the first part, maybe there is a chance this can be the second part of the positive movement. Moving averages अगर देखते हैं, then we can see it is around the 50 MA line, and if it goes up, then it can face resistance somewhere around 110, which is the 200 moving average. Any other IOC? Okay, IOC देखते हैं. IOC has fallen considerably now. What we can see here is that this same level 73 के आसपास prices were sandwiched between here. Now, unfortunately, this level as a resistance held and prices went down. And now, since the market itself is a little weak, हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि ये नया low बना रहा है. So this is practically what a 52-week low. Last time we saw such levels was in August of 2021. So 52-week low बनाया है उसने. Let's see if it's able to hold on. Naturally, the market sentiment not being very positive is not really helping IOC either. Cisco. Cisco देखते हैं. Cisco is also towards the lower end of that range. Okay. So one thing that stands out here is कि ये यहाँ पे है. Now, जब ऐसा फॉर्म हो रहा है, when it is forming like this, one thing that comes to mind, it is there is a chance that it is a good risk reward trade, because if it likely bounces from here, then even if 40.50 से 44 जाता है, that is still a plus 10% move. But Cisco, अच्छा ये मैंने global Cisco देख लिया है क्या? I thought I had restricted it. Or were you saying Cisco Global? Is there a Cisco in India? Okay, presuming you were asking about the global Cisco, I think we can take a look. Just a minute. Okay, this is another tip, by the way. You can filter sources in TradingView. यहाँ पे, if you instead of all sources, if you just go to NSE, you can select India. Were you asking about Costco or were you asking about Cisco? Naresh? Otherwise, Costco, if you're saying, it's a pretty horrible stock overall. I mean, sure, it's broken out yahan se, but it's not looking very pleasant. Arista Network. Arista Network. Okay, I think you were talking about the global stocks only. Yes, Naresh was talking about Cisco Global. Yeah, I mean, US markets are a different beast. Indian markets फिर भी थोड़े tame रहते हैं. US markets, from what I have seen, they can move a lot wildly. So please be a little cautious. Sensex crashed triple digit. What are your thoughts on it? सोमेश, होता रहता है, अभी क्या करें. अगर ऊपर जाएगा तो नीचे तो आने ही वाला है. If you see Banknifty also, Banknifty has also crashed triple digits, down 1084 points. It's fine. I mean, all of this happens. You can't expect prices to go up amidst such scenarios and then, prices not to come up, expect prices to not come down. So hota rehta hai. That's fine. I feel this is just how the markets go. Panic और सबकी जरूरत नहीं है. If prices go down, they go down. You look for attractive opportunities. If they continue going up, well and good. In fact, I feel यहाँ पे it was a lot harder to actually buy or look for trades because everything was high up in the air. But अगर नीचे आता है, at least things come down to good attractive levels. Maybe it makes more sense to trade. So I would personally look at it in that view. So yeah, actually, I believe we can wrap this live stream up. I will just share my YouTube link. If you want to check out the YouTube channel, then you can do so using the link I just shared. And yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Thank you, everyone. I hope the tech and nature distractions weren't too distracting for you. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the coming live streams. Make sure you are subscribed on YouTube, by the way, क्योंकि YouTube channel पे हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ आता है, and over the weekend we post a lot of videos. If you recall, who's my father, he had come in to tell me that live stream is not working. So his analysis is also very different, very unique. You can see some fancy graphics in the background. So do stay tuned for that as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Happy analysis, happy trading. See you in the next one.